Welcome to the Why Not podcast with me, Chrissy Hawkins.
I really do appreciate everybody who listens to this
everybody
podcast.
asks
So if you
why,
please
I'm
could
here to ask
help me with
why
the
not.
algorithm
So
and
sit back and relax,
leave a
or
review
walk and
on
listen,
Apple
and
Podcasts
join
or
me on this journey
Spotify
as we try to
even,
answer
if
this
you want to reach
never-ending
out
question.
and
What
suggest
makes
topics for
people
me,
say,
I'd be delighted
"Why not?"
to hear from you. Drop me a DM on Instagram or TikTok, and thanks again for listening.
Hey guys, welcome back to Why Not. So
Hi
today
guys,
I'm
welcome
going
back
to
to Why
talk
Not.
to you
I'm going to do a
about
solo
whether or not
episode
you're
today where I'm
getting
going to
in
talk
your
all
own
about
way
consistency
when it
and
comes to
how that is really the key
your
to get to where you
fitness
want to be.
goals.
And
Well,
well,
let's
to
be
be
honest
honest,
with
things
you,
we do a
people
lot of different things, but I focus on fitness
that
mostly.
stop them being consistent.
I spoke about that last
and
bit,
things
but
we
I
can
think
do
it's
to
more
try to be
so
more
that,
consistent. And
I'm trying to talk about in general.
I'm going to stop saying the word consistent
because
because
this is what
anyway,
the episode's
hope
all about.
you enjoy
So,
this episode.
hope you
It is
enjoy.
just me today.
Hi guys, welcome back to Why Not. So it's me today to talk
Well,
to
hello
you
guys, how are we?
about
So
a
you are stuck with me today.
word
It
that
is
I
a terrible,
think
rainy,
isn't used
horrendous day
enough
today I'm recording
in the
this.
fitness industry,
Hopefully it's
or
nicer where
maybe
you
you're
are, or
not,
hopefully it's nicer now when
like,
you're listening
maybe
to
we
this.
don't use it enough
But
ourselves in the fitness
instead
industry.
of
And it is not motivation, because that's a
sitting
big word
and
that
looking
everyone
sad,
likes to throw
I'm
around,
going to make use of this
and
miserable
blame
weather and
that
record a
for
podcast.
the reason that
So
they
the fun thing
can't
is you
train,
get to
won't
listen to
train,
me
aren't
rabbit
training,
on
can't
for
stay on,
however long I keep talking.
track or whatever. Motivation is a big one, but however,
even better news, you might take something from
I'm
this
actually going
podcast
to
and
talk to
it'll
you today about
enlighten your life
consistency.
and things will be different
And this
and you will go
is
forward
the thing
now
that
and
I find
everything will
is
be
the
amazing.
biggest problem.
And if not, you
when it comes
have spent a bit of
to
time
people
doing
getting
something
to their goals,
that
okay?
is
Nobody wants
easy
to be
to do.
consistent.
I
Nobody
dunno.
is consistent.
Anyway,
They come for
I'm
a
going to
couple
stop
of weeks,
shiting
they
on about that now.
disappear, They
But
try something
today's
for another
topic
couple of
I
weeks,
want
they
to
disappear,
talk about
they
is,
make a little bit of
are
progress.
you getting
they give
in
up
your own way?
because
Now,
they're not happening as quick as they can.
this could be,
And
this
the real
could
thing
be
that they
in
are lacking
relation
is not
to
motivation,
your
it's not
fitness
the right
goals,
plan,
maybe weight loss
it's
goals,
not,
maybe
well, they are
it's
lacking patience, but it is
business
consistency.
related, maybe it's
And
blah
anybody
blah blah, I don't know.
that you
But I'm
follow
going to
or
talk
you
about this
admire
from
or
a
you
kind of
look
fitness
up to,
perspective.
maybe health-wise, maybe
As you know, I work with
business-wise,
equestrians.
maybe
I also work with
whatever
people who
you're
want
looking
to
of.
get general
They have
fat
one
loss,
thing in
so
common,
this will be
and they're
applicable to
consistently
everybody
doing
in that
what they
umbrella.
need to do to get where they
And
need
I
to do.
find that
And
a lot of the things
that's why I think
that
it's really important to
we
talk
do
about this,
are things that we are
because
causing
people
ourselves
think that
to
they need motivation to start.
repeat
So we
this
get that
cycle
a lot.
over and
We-
over
I
again.
need motivation. I'm not motivated. I can't
One of the
start 'cause
reasons I
I'm
was
not
thinking of doing
motivated.
this now is we
XYZ
are
is reason,
some
blah, blah,
amount
blah.
of weeks from
And
Christmas.
what a lot of
I
people
don't know
realise
the
is a lot of
exact amount of time
in
because
order
one,
to
I hate
attain
Christmas. Anyone who knows me
motivation,
knows
you
I'm a
need
Grinch.
to
And two, I'm not
start
good
acting
counting
first.
it.
So
But
you don't need motivation.
The thing
to
about it
begin
is,
acting.
this is
You need to
prime
begin
time
acting
for
to
people to
gain
start selling
motivation, because
fitness
what happens is
programs
if
for the
you
little black
take
black
action
dress season.
and you start
And
working
this
on
Christmas
you will start to see,
probably
okay,
is
I
going to be
feel
the first
different
Christmas
here.
where there
I'm
is
making a change.
nothing
Things are a little
cut
bit
short,
better
nothing's
this
closed
time, in
down.
this
I
sense.
think even
And
last
then you're
year
gonna go, oh, I
it
wanna
ended
do that.
up
I want
not
to keep going. I want to see
being
how it goes. I
what
wanna
we
see how it's
expected. Like
happening,
obviously
or, you know,
things
it's
are
gonna
going to
change,
happen, but like
is this going to go away?
unlike
And then
last
suddenly you find
year,
yourself wanting to do it because
we won't have
by the
curfews
action
on
you're
pubs,
driving
we won't have
yourself
stuff like that.
forward
So
each
I
time.
imagine,
Instead of
just
sitting
like the
there
summer and
waiting
just like
for
with the concerts
motivation
and
to
stuff,
come,
I don't know if
because
anyone
it's
else did
never,
this, but I
ever,
did,
ever
but everyone's
going
gone
to
into
come.
overdrive.
You
So
know,
people are going to be going
they
out,
say,
they're
like,
going
well,
to
it
be
will
work
come,
parties,
but, like,
there's
it's
going to
not
be
gonna
family
stay there. Let's
parties,
keep
and this, that and the
going
other, and
pushing through what
people
you're
are going to
doing.
want to look a certain
I
way
was
for
gonna say,
that,
it could be like
and
double
they
bus and
will
come
want
and
to
go,
be in
but,
their
like, you
little
know,
black dress or whatever
double bus
formal
is very
evening
reliable
wear, or
right
you
now,
know,
so,
things
you know,
might
if
be
you can't
starting
even
already. Like
expect
I'm
them
going to
to
something
appear,
next week,
how can you expect
you know.
motivation to dive out of the trees and
But
suddenly tell
because
you
of that,
that,
you're going to
hey,
see
you're ready
this
to go,
everywhere now.
it's your turn.
You're going to have people advertising, you know, get Christmas
And I
ready,
think there's a
Christmas
couple
party
of
ready, little
reasons
black
that we
dress, all
don't-
this.
we have
And
problems with consistency.
people are either going to do one of two things.
you know,
I tend to find is they are going to jump on that
like,
because they always jump on it
obviously, I will
because
always
they're
complain about social
worried about how
media
they're
and
going to
how
look.
they
Maybe they've gained some weight
tell
since
you this,
COVID,
that,
stuff
and
like
the other
that,
can be
and they just
done
want to
in
make sure
this
they look
amount of
great
weeks,
for the
and
parties.
I think it's
Or
really
they're just going to look at
important
that and go,
realise that
that never works.
especially when
I've
it
done
comes
it
to your
before
health,
and it
that
didn't work.
it's not something that happens in
and they'll just
6
ignore it.
weeks or 8 weeks
And
or 12 weeks.
If
It's
you
something
potentially
that
have some
it doesn't
form
have
of
an end date. So
fat loss
while
related
yes,
goal
you
or
can
fitness
drop
goal,
a dress size,
both of them aren't really
in
going to
whatever
do
amount
much
of
for
time,
that goal.
that's completely normal.
Because
But
what I find with
if you go back
people
to
who
what you
are
were
going to
doing,
ignore it
you're
and
gonna
go,
go back to the
nah, I'm
original
not
dress
bothered,
size.
fine,
So,
they're not going to do anything,
you know,
that's great.
a lot of these fitness
You know
things will
what,
sell
they're better off
you weight
not
loss
wasting
in
their
a certain
time. Not wasting their time, because
And
again,
either
these
you
programs
get it,
aren't
and then
bad,
you finish
inherently
and you're great,
bad,
that's
but the
end,
problem
it's
is
done, or you don't
people
get
are
it,
doing them and doing them
and
again
you
and
think it's a
again
waste of
because
time,
they work.
and you're like, I'm
This
never
is
gonna
the
do that
problem,
again.
and this is why it makes so much
So
money
either
for
way,
the
they
PT
don't
who's selling
work.
them.
And
So,
the thing about it is, when
here's
it
the thing.
comes to your health, like,
If
you
the
know,
program worked,
we need to stop looking
you
at
wouldn't have to
health
do it
and
again.
fitness as
Does that make
a
sense?
number on the scale.
So yes, a lot of these programs do work in the short term. They do, because you have everything out and labelled in front of you, and you eat this at this time, and you exercise this at this time, and
like, you know,
you do this, that, and the other at this time. And then you get to the end of the 8 weeks, and then you go, oh, what do I do now? And then you go,
you could have someone who is
I could do that, but I'm fed up of eating
are perfect.
porridge for
And
6
people
weeks
think
straight,
that they're
so
the
I'm
bad
not going to do that
problem.
now.
Like, you know, there
And
is
you know what? I'm going to have chocolate because I haven't eaten
those
the
two
chocolate and I
extremes,
wasn't
so you
allowed.
have to remember, you know,
And then I'm going to
you
have 2
can't
chocolates,
judge whether or
and
not someone's
I
healthy
didn't
by
drink for the
looking
6
at them.
weeks, so I'm just going to get pissed
90%
now.
of the time. So
Sure, it's party season, it's Christmas. Christmas
if
weight's
we're
going to
looking at
happen.
our
All these
long-term
things
health,
snowball,
what can we do
and
to
by
make them
January you're back
improve?
to where you
So
started.
this
Maybe
could
mid-January.
be
And
involving you losing
it's this
weight.
thing
This
of
could be involving
you've never,
you
like, you've not learned,
doing
okay?
strength
This is the
training
problem with these kind of
because
programs.
maybe
They
you
often
are
give you a
in
meal
your
plan, give
late
you what to do,
40s,
when to do it,
maybe,
and all this.
you know, you
But you don't know how to learn.
menopause,
You don't
could
learn
be
how to
just
do it
aging,
outside of
and
it.
once you hit
So
a certain point in our life,
if you,
say,
for instance,
women in
working with
particular
someone and they were like,
are
okay, I want you to send me your
prone
food and I
to
want you to tell me what
types
you're
of
doing and
osteopenia and
this, that, and the
osteoporosis,
other,
which is
you kind
good
of
with
think about
bones.
what you're doing, which
If
is
you
fine. And
do
then you
strength
learn,
training,
kind of
because
go,
of your bone
okay,
density,
like I can still eat
now
this,
you have
but
a way of
maybe I should do this instead because this will be
combating
more
the chances of
beneficial to me. I'm going to feel more full.
So
Like
this
yesterday,
is a
I was a bit hungry, so I ate a
situation
little bit
where,
more.
you know, you're not necessarily doing it for weight loss,
Maybe
but
I
you're
need
doing
to
it
sleep
to
better.
improve your quality
That
of
could be
life
the
going
reason I ate
forward.
more.
Another thing,
All these
as we
little
age,
things
after
that
we
you
get
don't really
past
factor into
35
these, like
is that sarcopenia is a
programs
thing
that say do
happens to
this here, do
everybody,
this
and
here,
that
do
is a
this here, do
breakdown
this
of
here.
muscle. How do we combat that?
So
By
then as well,
training.
you find if you
So
are
these
doing
are
these programs, I
reasons
find
that, you know,
doesn't matter
consistent
what the
training
program
will
we're
really
doing.
help you because
If
you
people
are
like
no
people kind of
longer
drop
going
off about
for
halfway
just
through because
that,
they're not getting the results
weight
they
loss
expected
goal.
to get
You
at that
actually are,
exact
you know,
time,
improve your quality of life
because
as
you know
you
the
age,
internet
you
told them
want
they
to
should
be
be
able
perfect
to
by
keep
now,
up with your kids,
and that's not happening.
all
And
these
if it's a
different
little bit
things, wouldn't be able to
slower,
run after the
sometimes it
dog
can be really
when it's sound and
disheartening,
moat, any of these
and you don't
reasons,
realise why you're not enjoying it, or you
will
don't
be
realise
more likely
that
to get us, keep
maybe
us going
there's something
and
else that
keeping
you need to
consistent,
do
because
that.
there is a
You know,
benefit
maybe
that
I haven't
isn't
been eating
just
enough of
an
one thing
aesthetic
because
or
the
a
meal
weight
plan
loss
doesn't
or,
include it, and that's
you
why
know,
my energy levels
actually
are
just
off.
after
Or
doing the
maybe I had a really
podcast,
bad
we
sleep,
talked
or maybe it's
about
due to my
weight loss,
period.
really, if you
But
put it
they
really
don't
well,
factor
it's
this in.
like,
They
you know,
don't go,
you
oh
look
yeah,
at
like,
someone
so
and
8
go,
weeks
Jesus,
you're
you
gonna eat
look
this, this,
great,
and this.
65 kilos.
Well, if you
Because you've no
sleep,
idea
you
what
need more
people weigh.
calories because you're coming
We
up to your
tie so
period,
much
or
of
you
our
need your
worth
calories
to
from a
the-
different
to weighing
source.
scales
Like,
and what
that's
it
the thing
shows.
that people don't
Whereas
realise. They affect you, so you could be absolutely
doesn't-
knackered and
it's just a
exhausted
unit of
and
measurement.
think
It
you're just a
doesn't say
failure and
that
want to
you're
give
healthy.
up, or
It doesn't say
you
that,
have
you
that
know,
extra bit of
you know, this-
chocolate, or you have that
you
something or
can't
other,
run 5K,
and
or
suddenly
it
you're
doesn't
like,
say that
oh my
you,
god, I really fucked up there. And it's
you aren't
actually
going
not
to
the case.
drop
Your
dead
body
tomorrow.
just feeds
I
it,
don't know.
and
Sorry,
your
that got
body's
very dark.
needs
I'm just
change
trying to
through the
say,
month.
like, you know,
So
the weight is
you're not a machine,
marker
which is
a
really
lot of the
like
time
really
of health.
I think
Yes, there are
point
certain
to say,
situations
you know,
where it can
your
be.
fuel
And
needs
that goes both
differ,
ways. Again,
different.
like I said
Like you're
before,
sometimes
because
more
someone is very
tired.
lean doesn't mean
Sometimes
they're
you have
healthy.
bad
There could be
sleep.
someone who is severely
Sometimes you're
underweight
not
because
going to
they
have the
eat
energy to
disorder.
perform
And
to the
same thing
exact
if you're
same
someone who
you
is
did
severely
last week.
overweight because they have an
And that's
eating
okay.
disorder. Again,
Sometimes a session that's just done
because they are
is better
overweight,
than
again, it's not
a session never
case
done.
of
And
you're just lazy. There
these are all these
other
things
eating
that aren't
disorders that
factored
cause
into these cookie
issues.
cutter
So we have
programs.
to
This is
be
what you
fair
do,
with that too.
and that's how we end up with
So,
people massive drop off because they're not
first
doing
thing we
everything
want to do
perfect.
is
They start beating themselves up and they think this is shit.
think about
and then
our
they fall
health
into that
as
category
a
of someone who's
no-ending
done one
thing.
before and goes,
Your health is
ugh.
going to take you through your whole life. So
They don't work.
6-week
I'm never
programs
bothered
are
doing
not
them.
going to change your health.
So I think these are all
because
things we need to
they're just gonna
realise
give you
before we sign up
an end date
to those programs.
When you do the end date and you stop,
It's just
you
really,
might go
really
back to what you're
important.
doing. So maybe
Like a lot
next
of lot of the time these things are a little bit too much too soon. So what we have is these people walking into these programs who have not exercised in months, and they're like, yep, that's it, I am revamping my life in one go. And it often doesn't work for the reason is we're not ready for that change. And so much things have proven, like enough PTs harping on about this, but there's a lot more that are selling you a dream.
10 different diets, 10 different workout plans.
Little steps over a longer period of time are going to make a bigger difference than trying to do everything all at once. we're more likely to stop and give up if we're trying to do everything all at once. Or you see it, like, I think a lot of people see fitness and these fat loss goals as a start and an end. So I do it to this and I do it to this, and then I'm cured, I'm fixed. And so it's not like that. It's a case of you need to constantly be doing it. We joked before that, like, fitness is a pyramid scheme. Like, you think you're buying in, but then you have to go up the levels. And that is true, like, because your body will adapt and change to what you're doing. So you need to progress your training. And you need to fuel yourself properly for that kind of training. There's a lot more to it than just doing a 6-week program. A 6-week program, 8-week program should be your introduction. It should be where you start. If you are new to training and you want to do something
and people will jump from one thing to
and really make a change, you will not get it done in 8 weeks. Nobody wants to hear that. It will not be done in 8 weeks, and that is it. You will get the basics, you will get where you're starting to go. Great. Now you have the option to progress it on. Do you feel comfortable doing stuff on your own after that? Yeah, absolutely fine. If you feel like at the end of your time you have the knowledge and the power to keep yourself going, absolutely go solo. But if you don't, you need to stay in something
motivated to go.
Like that, like not stay in something, but having a coach or having that like person who's guiding you and helping you is going to make a huge difference to you getting towards your goal, and they will be able to progress you at the right
going to keep you going back because you enjoy it.
They'll be able to progress you at the right level for you, not here's this group for 6 weeks, everyone's going to do it at this level and good luck, you know. And that's a problem I find with most people. They want to just jump in the deep end. They, especially if you're doing a group program, you're going to be competing with people that maybe different fitness levels, and no matter how much you think you will keep at your own pace, I've seen so many people go too hard because they're trying to keep up with people who've been training for longer, or maybe this isn't their first time going to something, you know. And that's why something like class environments are great, because it pushes people to go and work a little bit harder and change.
Make a difference, because you bounce on these shiny objects, you keep going from one thing to H, basically. The list is getting longer, stuff you don't.
It can have the detriment that it's pushing you too much too soon. So if you have a good coach as well, they will tell you to rein it back when you're starting, tell you to take your own pace,
if you just
gradually
build it up.
Enjoyed, or like you might another thing as well is people don't plan ahead. Like I find,
I don't do that anymore.
I hear a lot of people say I don't have time.
Go back.
I have no time. I don't have time for that. I have no time. I've said the same thing twice. I was trying to think of other variations, but I end up saying the same thing. But basically, time is an issue. Now, I'm not going to sit up here up on my high horse and be like, you do have time. If you really want it, you'll get up at 4 a.m. and do it anyway. Blah, 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 blah.
Join a football team or a GA team or whatever.
What I am going to say is, is there a way that you can work it into your life?
Keep coming
back,
you know?
This comes with the too much too soon as well. I talk to people all the time when it comes to training, and when they want to do a program, I ask them how often they already train. And they will say a certain amount of time. I've had one client who was like, you know what, I can do 2 sessions a week, and I know that's it. I'm not going to look for more, because if I don't, if I do that, I'm going to end up falling behind and getting frustrated. Most clients I get tell me that they can do 4 or 5 sessions a week. And I guarantee you can't, especially if you have a time issue. It doesn't matter how dedicated you are. If you do not have the time, you do not have the time, which is fine. And this is another problem people have. They overestimate what they can do in the time they have, and then when it doesn't work, they just give up altogether, because they feel like they have to try and rush it in, they try to push everything together. It's not working, you know, they don't have time for training, blah blah blah, when they could literally break it down into maybe 2 workouts a week or 3 workouts a week, and maybe 2 walks. You know, they could do a few 10-minute walks. Maybe they have time in the lunch break to go for a walk. Maybe they could walk down to get the kids, or something like that. Like all these things that people aren't thinking about when they say I don't have time. And the other issue I find as well is everyone goes, I'm going to do this, but they don't schedule when. So, do you have a time issue or do you have a schedule issue? Because that I find is a big issue with people, is they say, I'm going to do 4 workouts this week, and you're going to go, okay, when are you going to do it? And they're like,
by the end of it, you're like, oh, I don't know why I wanted to go.
I'm just going to do
the endorphins
and you're like,
are
okay,
rushing
right,
and you're great,
but
and sometimes
you know
you
you're
just
working
drag
9 to
yourself
5,
through
yeah,
it, but
you know you have
feel
a lunch
better
at
you
1,
went
okay,
because,
right, you have to collect the kids
it's
from
better
school
than,
or collect the kids from
not
the
doing it at all.
Montessori
And
reminder
again,
at
we have to be,
5, yeah, great,
we have
okay,
this
you're
thing
going
as
out
well that
on
we,
Saturday
you know,
night, yeah,
as I'm
at
saying
this
before,
time, right, okay, cool.
you miss something,
So
doesn't
where's
mean
the
you broke
workouts going in?
cycle.
I'll
You
just
can
find a
go
place
the
for them.
next day, you can go
You
the
won't
next
find a place
week,
for
you
them.
can go,
I'm telling you now.
you know,
If you don't plan
it
them
doesn't
into your
have to
week,
be
like
perfect,
everything
and
else you
that's
do,
a thing about life is imperfect.
you won't get it done. Like, you don't have to have like a calendar. Well, you know, having a calendar is great. One of the great things about COVID is you used to have to book in your gym sessions, and that means it was in the diary. That's another great thing. Sometimes if you go to classes, if you're going to class, you have to go at a certain time. If you're at a certain time, same thing if you're doing personal training, you have to meet your PT at a certain time. Great, perfect. This is all great for people who
completely normal.
Struggle with scheduling. But if you are going to work out on your own, you have got to do that scheduling yourself. So look at your calendar. What's on that day? Where can you get it in? It might not have to be a massive session. You could have 45 minutes in the gym. You could, like, people as well underestimate the power of home workouts. I know we're sick of being indoors and stuff, but if it's going to mean the difference between you actually doing it and you dossing off, working out at home is a godsend, and people don't realise how much of a difference they can make. Like, because obviously we're sold this thing, grind, hard work, blah, blah, blah. And that's another thing on top of the scheduling issue. If you have a very tight schedule and you want to put in 4-hour-long workouts a week, you're probably not going to fit them in anywhere. So, could you do a half an hour at home? That takes out your commute. Are your kids playing sports? Is there a gym nearby that you can go to while they're playing their training? I know plenty of people who do that and drop their kids off at their sports and come down round to the classes. What else can you do? Like, any way you can fit it in. Your kids are training, go for a walk while you're waiting for them. All these little things we can do, and we underestimate how powerful they can be.
Like, what's the point of following
to
them?
our
do they bring any value? Do you just get to look
fitness, to our getting to our goals? We build up these. We have this really bad habit, I think, of thinking you have to do this crazy amount of training just to get this this way you want to look. Okay,
they're doing this, they're doing that,
and oftentimes is one, what you're looking for is a little bit too unrealistic. So you're actually you're setting yourself up for failure anyway. Like, you know, if you're chasing a fitness model, remember the fitness model doesn't look like that. Fitness model is on a strict diet. You know, they may not drink, they may be training several hours a day. It is literally their job to look like that. So they don't have kids, husband, a mortgage, 9 to 5. You know. That's why they have to look like that. And on top of that, all those photos are edited. I think we forget about this and need to remind every so often, when you're comparing yourself to these people, even focus magazines are fitness models. General models, again, job.
It's more important to you than them. They don't care. They don't.
You know, celebrities. So you know, they're all gonna be airbrushed. And like,
this is the thing as well.
And that's gonna make them look better than they look. And you know, there's lighting, smoke and mirrors, all this stuff that's done that makes people look unreal, makes everyone want to be like that. But the only problem is it's not attainable. So you set yourself up for this goal that you can't reach. Well, you can reach, but you're gonna have to give up like 90% of your life for it, you know. So if you're willing to do that, fine. But if you have, you know, job, kids, friends that you want to see, anything like that, you're better off writing that off now and just focus on maybe something else that you can work towards instead of like an aesthetic goal. Maybe focus on improving your deadlift, like getting a bodyweight deadlift, or being able to do a pull up, or something like that. Like, you know, adding 5 kilos to your squat, squatting with a bar. Any of these things are possible, and these are things we can all change and make our, which we can change to make our fitness goal something that's not aesthetic,
kids, or
and then
dog when he runs off the remote.
We now are focusing on something else. And a lot of the time when we change from an aesthetic fitness goal, we actually get the aesthetics we're looking for. So it's kind of interesting in that sense. And the second thing that we seem to do is we want to be able to train, like, you know, not we want to be able to, but we think that we need to be doing these like soul crushing sessions
if you're doing it for someone
that
else,
are going to, like, you know, you leave your soul on the floor of the gym, you need to be dripping in sweat. It needs to be like hours and hours.
It's not sexy.
Like I said, the fitness models are hours in the gym.
Well, it's fun. Training's fun when you get,
we
like,
don't want to do that.
The
thing is, very few people, unless you do CrossFit,
really
want to feel like that after a workout. But if we don't feel like that after a workout, we feel like it's not been...
That's really
there's been no point, like it's a waste of time.
You have to do is
and as someone who
and repeating
trains regularly, I rarely am like that after a workout. Maybe if I do cardio, yes, I'm sweating, but a lot of my training I barely break a sweat. And I think it's really important to know that, because if you're doing like strength-based exercise workout, you're probably not going to sweat that much, but you're still going to get the benefits of it. And
eventually locks in
again, like that, and then you don't have to spend hours in the gym. If you're able to fit in half an hour 3 times a week, that's going to be way better than the 2-hour session you never did. I think that's one thing that happens when we think we have to do these marathon sessions just to get like the tiniest bits of results. What happens is we build them up so much in our head, and we find every little excuse not to go and do it because, you know, you don't have time, or something came up, or
8 weeks,
you know, there's anything about, I have to make dinner now. Oh look, you know, I've only an hour to go to the gym. That's not long enough. And
you have your gym bag.
The problem is, it is long enough, because if you do that 1 hour consistently once a week, or half an hour consistently twice a week, at home or in the gym, if you go for a walk for 10-20 minutes 3 times a week, versus sitting down and doing nothing for 7 days a week, which is going to make a difference. Like, that's a big thing. And the problem as well with these transformation packages people sell is it's a shiny object syndrome. It's a new way to lose weight quick, because when people go for a lot of people, when they join the fitness industry or come to the fitness industry, they don't come to improve their deadlift, or they don't come to get stronger or to be able to run out the stairs and gain gas. These are all byproducts of training, but they come with a fat loss goal. There's more to training than fat loss, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, we're talking about strength training, I focus on strength training and weight training and all that, and I very rarely talk about how to lose weight or get a fat loss goal, because that is not what I want people to do. Yeah, fine. As a byproduct, it should absolutely come with it.
What I'm saying is, if you wouldn't put place on them, why would you take advice from? Do not
of making your life generally easier is way more important for people than
have they done a lot of diets over the years? Yeah,
losing a few pounds. Like, you know, if you stop thinking about the scales and your weight and your shape,
a lot of the time
they kind of tend to come. Like, you know.
There is,
if you start focusing on building muscle or getting stronger in a lift,
if you you'll find coaching or
something else in your life is easier. Like, you know, picking up a box off the ground is easier.
Listen to what they have
running
to say,
out with the bins is easier. You know, all these little things that we take for granted that we're just used to being hard will actually be way easier. And I think if we can shift our focus to that, we can get the secondary result. And if we stop thinking about this, like, we think we want everything yesterday, but if we can bring it back and go, think of anything that you've ever done that you're really good at. Like, it didn't happen overnight.
Like, do not ask me for my opinion over
the basic one is, you know, a baby learning to walk. If you've got young children, how long did it take them to get up to crawling, to get to walking, to get strong enough? They do a few steps, they fall over, they go again. They don't go, oh Jesus, there's no point, and just lie down and cry, because they don't have that in their head yet. Whereas we kind of go, I haven't lost 10 pounds in a week, fuck it, I give up. You went to the gym once, you can't expect that.
If you have
so I think we need to look at this thing a little bit more realistically as well. Like that, say for instance, if you play an instrument or you are really good cooking or all this, it didn't happen overnight. It's something you had to practice on, and then one day you just knew how to play those notes in order, or you know, had the right amount of tarragon in this dish. So these are the things we need to remember when it comes to other goals as well. well. Like, it takes time. Like, you can spend years working at the same rate, and then suddenly something changes.
And you've been consistent in these habits,
we have to be prepared to do that. And that's one of the things I say with fitness. You have to keep going. It's not a start and end date. If you do not keep going at what you're doing, you're going to go back to where you were. And I think people aren't ready to do that, because they see this, like, you know, these meal plans and stuff like that, is this is how I get there and then I'm done. But it's not. You have to be ready to actually change as a person. It's like,
you know, if you've done something,
doing dry January, and then at the end of dry January you go on the piss for the full of February. You know, you've never, like, you've not really changed your opinion on alcohol. You just not drank for a while. But as soon as you go back, you're going to go back in your same habits of drinking, getting locked, all that kind of stuff. And
so you need to look
it's really important to remember that it's the same with fitness. You know, you're just going to go, if you follow this program for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then you just, I'm done,
where you want to be.
You're going to go back to where you were. It's the exact same thing.
Shape, fitness.
So I think you have to be like, realise that there is a bit of change in your identity involved. And, like, you know, exercise is part of your life. It's not just something you do.
You don't need to go that intense so hard.
You go for a walk.
Ask them
a few days a week, because that's just what you do.
If something doesn't seem right to you, they should be explained.
Like to go to the gym twice a week, because that's just what you do.
That is the
you
case.
decide to actually make your dinners in advance, because you know you're really busy, and it'll help you later down the week when you're starving and you come home and you just throw something in the microwave. You know, these aren't stuff that we don't do it because we have to, because the meal plan did it.
It's hard to know.
We do it because we know it works with our
that's why you have to have the conversation.
lifestyle. So, like, say for instance, if you do a meal prep on a Sunday, you might have several meals now for the week, and you now know, like, when you come home starving, you're going to have a good nutritious meal instead of calling it a takeaway or throwing on something that's quick to make, or eating a load of
but you're not learning anything there.
You know, eating crisps while you're waiting, making your dinner, or picking something because
but at the end of it,
you're
what
waiting,
are you going to do then?
Or you're not waiting, but you're hungry and you can't wait for your food to cook. Like, these little things will make a huge difference overall. It's the little things that we don't notice that add up over time.
You're probably going to want to do something different.
You know,
so when we know why we're doing it, not just, you know,
how we're
eating
little bits while you're making dinner,
it can make things a lot easier and a lot easier.
Not drinking water, it's the lack of sleep,
you know, help us
making you crave sugar more. These are all the things that add up. It's not.
I think with that, I am going.
I ate a bar of chocolate.
This is a little chat on consistency.
I had a slice of bread. These are the things that
change. I know I bring it back to fitness all
over
the time.
These are the things
with keeping consistent and
that make no difference. It's, you know, the things we don't think about.
Look at these different
things. I have a 4-hour sleep, so I've had 4 bars of chocolate because I'm running on no sleep. And if you're still not asleep better, you're going to probably reach for those bars of chocolate the next day off. So I think we need to think about this as well. Sorry, I kind of went off on a side tangent with that one, but it is something we have to remember. Like, you're not just
and a lot of the time
doing something for a certain amount of time. I've said this a few times, but like, we're changing who we are inherently as a person, and part of this is part of your life. And once it's part of your life, I know it makes it easier to continue doing it, because you're like, well, that's just what I do. Like, people always say to me stuff like that, like, oh, I don't know how you do that. Oh God, you must be real healthy. Oh God, this, that, and the other. I'm like, well, it's just part of my life. I try to eat a good lunch.
That is why I'm not going, or why I'm not motivated to do anything.
So I'm not starving by dinner and have loads of crisps before dinner or something, you know. We eat big meals because that's just the way our schedule works, you know. Things like that. There's more things like, what was I trying to say?
Life where I struggle with that.
You know, I train 5 days a week because I enjoy it. Now I know not everyone enjoys it, but you can fit in ways to do it during the week as well. Like I said, going to classes, going for walks with your friends, stuff like that is all going to be ways of increasing your activity in a more fun way. Like, I see people in my classes who are all friends, and they, you know, they've made friends from the gym. It's not from anywhere else. They've come in and made friends, and they talk, and they're delighted to see each other. So it's not as intimidating and scary as you think. You know, I find if you're intimidated by a gym, join a small semi-private gym, and you'll find the majority of people in the gyms are normal people. So that's just my 2 cents on that one as well. You know, so I suppose that kind of covers most of it. Are you getting in the way? I suppose it kind of was
welcome
to
to the Why Not podcast.
Little ideas that we have and that hold us back,
where everybody asks you
maybe
why,
things we can put in place that will stop you
so
from
sit back and relax,
returning to square one each
time
you start training. Maybe you'll start training now this time, and you'll just keep going, and you'll just feel better and stronger, and you won't be returning all the time. You know.